Hey, this is Maginoni, and here is a review on Marvel's event books that I picked up. Now, we have two Civil Wars and two Apocalypse Wars. So let's see if they failed or not, because there could be some failures. Okay, in looking at Uncanny Humans number 11, this takes place directly after Tony stole or kidnapped Ulysses, and Captain Marvel and company basically arrive at the same time. The Inhumans go to Stark Tower and said, we'll handle it. And Medusa says, okay, fine. Go ahead. We trust you on this to take care of the issue and bring Ulysses back. Now, some people might have looked at this as a sign of weakness, but this issue actually explains the whole situation. See, Medusa's point of view of the whole thing was, look, we could throw down right now, but if we throw down now, we're going to lose the trust of the humans and everybody else. There's going to be property damage. People are going to get scared. People might even lose loved ones in the battle that's to come, because these battles generally tend to just escalate. And all the goodwill that they're slowly trying to build up would have just been erased right there. So that's why she's like, let's just pull away and act more responsibly. And what actually shows that she's a much more dangerous leader is she basically then goes, look, we're not going to let this stand. We are going to target Tony Stark directly. We're not going to deal with his companies, because his companies deal with, he's got employees. It has for example, if they crush his international branch, that has implications worldwide for the economy. No, we are going directly for Tony Stark. They find out everything about him. They take away his money. They hack his emails, release pictures, emails, destroy. They basically systematically take him out. And this was actually a really, really good tie-in, because this actually pushes the Civil War storyline. At the very end, I won't spoil it, but there's stuff that happens which you can kind of see where the Civil War split is going to occur within the Inhumans community. And that was really great. Also, this is the first appearance, I believe, of Mosaic, the new Inhuman who can basically enter somebody's bodies, takes their memories, uses their memories, but basically possesses them. So this was, I have to admit, this was actually a really good tie-in overall. Okay, Captain Marvel 6 Civil War tie-in. Okay, here's where we go. For those of you who didn't read Civil War, here is what happened. But they do it in slightly different ways. It's like, okay, well, we have to show Carol with Rodney and how deeply in love they are for, that brief moment in time. And then we have to go into explaining to the Carol's bosses what's going on with how come they were able to stop this dimensional attack, but at the same time, before it really happens, but at the same time, she is a lot slower to react for other things. And she's being very delicate at what she says about what the humans are capable of doing. Now, from that point on, we just go back into the regular Captain Marvel story, but then at the very end, they're trying to tie it in again with the Inhumans, because Nebula has crafted a bio weapon, and Carol's going to try to use Ulysses to find out where Nebula is going to strike next. So, I can see some good. I can see as it's a part of it's a decent tie-in. Another part of it's just like, it's like, how many times are we seeing this? If in case you didn't know what happened, I think Marvel did a good enough job to show what happened. So let's just move on and not have to rehash everything again. So that part of it took some points off. Okay, Extraordinary X-Men number 11. I believe this is probably one of the first times we've seen Apocalypse, in the sense that the X-Men are fighting Apocalypse. Most of the issues them still fighting the Four Horsemen, and the battle's okay. It's nothing like, holy Moses, that was really great, Batman. It was just pretty average for the most part. But then from there, we go into Nightcrawler taking Storm, and then they go whisk away to the pyramid to find a crystal, I believe, or something to that effect, and then that's when they meet Apocalypse. And I won't spoil that part of the story because there's some interesting things that happen with that. Then I don't know if you guys remember, there was this one girl that she's a newer mutant, and Ileandra took her under her wing, and she's been having some nightmares, so she decides to leave. And I mean, like, overall, this is actually a decent read. I'm still kind of like not liking how they did all of these Apocalypse Wars tie-ins, but then at the same time there's nothing connected, or nothing that appears to be connected. It just clearly marketing ploy, because they had the movie, which just kind of makes it, it's not sitting well with me at all. But at least finally we see Apocalypse, and not Kid Apocalypse. This is the evil version. All right. An Uncanny X-Men, number 9. We pretty much are going to give up the hope of seeing Apocalypse, because this issue is pretty much, or this series is going to be basically dealing with his kid. And I don't know. There's some decent parts to it, but I don't know. I'm pausing because there's something in it that I guess I'm just resisting on. It's like, we have the Warren Dark Angel thing, and there's a part of me that just keeps going, why do they keep going to that well? It's kind of like one writer goes, you know what, I like Warren with the white wings. Oh, no. The next one goes, no, we can't have that. We got to give him the Dark Angel wings again. And it's kind of like they keep flip-flopping it. And he's been cured, not cured, back again. And I just kind of want to see Warren just stick with one thing and just stay with that. But that's, I guess, asking for too much, because that's always good. I think he's just going to be in a state of whatever the writer needs at the time, that's what he's going to turn out to be. So I guess that's part of my problem. There is the other part where M is dealing with her brother. We do get a little bit more into that storyline, but to me, it's kind of like, at least for right now, it just seems like a sidetrack. That it's kind of like, I'd rather just see the Holocaust Magneto fight versus that part of the story, and save that for another, several issues later once they finally finish this. Is it as successful as a tie-in? Well, I guess now you can say it is finally tying in, because they're dealing with Apocalypse's son. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, again, it's just marketing ploy. And I think, I don't know, I don't want to say that it's rushed, but if you kind of looked at how some of the stories were progressing earlier, and then all of a sudden they threw this in, it's kind of like, I'd rather just go with their other stories than this. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it, I guess you can say. It's not the strongest book I've read. So anyways, those are the Marvel event books. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys liked. Which do you think is more successful, Civil War or the Apocalypse Wars? We'll have some more reviews later. And like and share. And until next time.